Good morning, everyone. Today is the day. Today is the day that we review the final four King Gizzard albums. Why am I making this video now? Well, that fuck-ass band released a new single for their newest album, Alien Rock. So, it's time to review the final four albums. Why haven't I made this video yet? It nearly killed me, and then I didn't want to. But now I think I have to. So, we're reviewing four albums today. Like I said, we're reviewing Petro-Dragonic Apocalypse, or Dawn of the Eternal Night, The Silver Chord, Flight B741, Phantom Island. Let's go ahead and get started. Petro-Dragonic Apocalypse. This album is peak. This album is straight fire. There's not a single bad song on it. There are 7 songs on this album. All of them are perfect. It's a metal album. If you really liked Infest the Rat's Nest, you're going to love this one. It's perfect. First song, Motor Spirit. This is an excellent song. It's excellent. It's peak. The drums are great. The guitars are heavy. 9 out of 10 easy. Next song is Supercell. Also a fantastic peak song. The chorus is really great. It's pretty catchy, I think. Really awesome. Third song is Converge. Also peak, believe it or not. This one goes hard as fuck, though, so this one's pretty awesome. Witchcraft. This one is also pretty good. Very peak. Pretty cool. Gila Monster is really cool. It's peak. It's this guy right over here. That's the Gila Monster or something, I think. Doesn't he look awesome and delightful? The song is really cool. And then you have Dragon, also peak. The drums are also really cool on Dragon, I have to say. Super awesome, super fun. And the final song is Flamethrower. This is also a peak song, but I think Flamethrower might be my least favorite on the album. Flamethrower is a really cool song still. It has, some callbacks to Motor Spirit. There's technically like a secret 8th song, but I didn't listen to it, so it doesn't exist. I think I might be misremembering that. This album, can't guess, is peak. Each song references the others and continues to have their own sound though. It's like Infest the Rat's Nest was turned up to an 11. There's not a single lagging point in this. It's just all gas all the time. It's great. It's another out of the park album by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That's Petro. Next, The Silver Chord. So everything great that I said about Petro-Dragonic Apocalypse, imagine that, but the opposite. That's The Silver Chord. The Silver Chord is not a metal album. In fact, it's like an electro-pop album. Why would they do this? But that's not where my issue with the album lies. Actually, I think they can actually do electro-pop pretty well. My issue is that this album consists of also 7 songs. And so the issue here is that the full album is these 7 songs, and then all 7 of them, again, but extended. You might think, oh, whatever, fine, I guess that's the deluxe edition. No, that's the actual album version. And this album is about 2 hours long. And so this is the main reason, actually, why I didn't want to make this episode, because I didn't want to listen to this more than 2 times. After 1, I was like, that's enough. I don't really want to do that again. But I love you guys very much, so I decided that I'll do it, finally, after a year. 7 songs. We have Thea, The Silver Chord, Set, Changi or something, Gilgamesh, Swan Song, and Extinction. So, Thea. Actually, this song starts pretty good. I think I really like to start here. It's enjoyable. Nothing too crazy, but it's a good intro track. And then the extended edition is 20 minutes long. Why is it 20 minutes long? I literally couldn't tell you. There's not a single good reason for this song to be 20 minutes long. The original is 4. It just keeps going, basically. And so what I learned is that this is the evil, dark, twisted, fucked up mirror of Petro-Dragonic, where each song here calls back the same number track in Petro. So Thea will call back to Motor Spirit, and then Supercell, and then Converge, and then Extinction. It ends it with Extinction calling back to Flamethrower, and that's a cool concept. But it only happens in the extended versions, and each of those songs are 10+ minutes. So after the song ends, you have 3 or 4 minutes of nothing, then a little oh I know that song, and then back to another 3 minutes of nothing. And that's basically what happens for this entire album. So the next song is The Silver Chord, the title track. And this song starts weird as fuck. The vocal effects I don't like them. They're a bit strange. But then actually at the end, it kind of ends in a really cool payoff. that I think ends like a little bright and nice. But that's the original. The extended edition sucks because after that part that I like ends, the ending, it keeps going and just defeats the point of the song now. At least to me, I don't like it anymore, and that's it. Although for this one, I've listened to the song like 6 times now, and I just simply, I don't know what it is, but I can't hear like the Supercell reference. It's supposed to be there because all the other songs have them, but I can't hear it. I might be crazy, I might be stupid, I might be both, but I can't hear it. And then the third song is Set. Now this is actually probably my favorite song on the album. Set is actually kind of really cool. The intro is really cool, and like the overall like instrumentation kind of sounds like a futuristic like video game track. It's kind of awesome actually. And then everyone's favorite white boy starts rapping. It's pretty good though actually. So that's that's the regular. The extended, nothing of value. Nothing of value. And then you have Changa, or I think that's how they pronounce it, because it's like change, but there's like an apostrophe between G and E. This song kind of sounds like a Butterfly 3000 track on meth. I think it's a bit lost for most of the song, but then like it kind of finds itself in the second half. It's got a good build up after that, and the vocals are a lot more enjoyable towards the end. But is once again another nothing burger, a little witchcraft reference, that adds nothing, so I don't give a fuck. And then you have Gilgamesh. This song is wild. It's very menacing and like foreboding almost. Yeah, it's a little scary, honestly. But we got some more white boy rap here. I actually did kind of fuck with this live, so there's that. But we got like these low, heavy vocals after that. Solid. The extended edition is like actual dread fills my body listening to the extended version of the song. The things I do for you guys. The Gila Monster reference here, expected. And then there's actually a Swan Song bit in the extended edition, which is the next song. So then we'll talk about Swan Song. And that's got a great start actually. I actually do kind of like the intro to Swan Song. It picks up the tempo again. Gilgamesh really like slowed down. It was kind of in your face. Swan Song kind of picks back up again, and but it keeps the lower registered vocals from Gilgamesh, and I think it's okay. The extended edition, all I have to say is nothing. I have nothing to say about the extended edition. And then the final song, Extinction, and this one's fine. It's an okay closer. It doesn't really do anything crazy or much different from the others. Yeah, I don't know. It would have been could have been a good closer, but I just don't think they put enough sauce in it, And then the Extinction extended edition is bad. It's bad. So, final thoughts on this album. Again, this album is why it took me a year to make this video. I haven't. This is the first time I'm listening to this album again since last August. So, let that sink in. They just really didn't need to add these extended versions. Like, there are so many different ways that you could have like put these out still and like it not have sucked. The problem with this album is that with just like the regular version, you might be saying, right, just listen to the regular versions then. The problem is those are too short, I think. They're all like 3 minutes. There's only 7 songs. So this album is, without them, it's really, really short. Why wouldn't you just make the song slightly longer? Like include that little Petra reference for each song, let it go on a little bit longer, and then end it. Maybe like 5-6 minutes. What we have is absurd. And if you really wanted to put out those extended versions of the songs, you could have done like a special like release or like a live album. Any of these things. I know King Gizzard, you have a billion live albums. You could have just done one for Silver Cord. I don't think this was not the move. Don't do this ever again. I like literally just making Thea extended edition 10 minutes instead of 20 is a major improvement. Major. But no, we can't have nice things. We have to listen to slop. This album gets like a 5 out of 10. Easy. I can't go higher. I'm sorry. Even though there are a couple songs that I actually do really like, I can't do it. So that's Silver Cord. And then we've got that out of the way. We can go back to another great King Gizzard album. Not great, maybe solid, enjoyable, at least enjoyable King Gizzard album. And that is Flight B7401. This album is delightful, actually. It's enjoyable as hell. And I actually listened to this album when it first came out, before I started making all these videos. And it was great. I loved it when it came out. I listened to it a ton. And then they took it off Spotify with the rest of their music, and that made me sad. Let's get into it. The guitars on this album are great. They're so catchy. They're fun. I love the sound here. First song is called Mirage City. This is a fun opener. It's got pretty solid guitar work. And at the end, like, it picks up and it gets loud, and it's just great. It's great. It's solid. Second song is Antarctica. This song is so goofy, but I just love it. The lyrics are silly and fun, and it's a fun song to listen to. I can't say bad things about this song. Third song is Raw Feel. This is probably one of the weaker songs on the album, but it's like a fun, bright song, but doesn't have like the same energy as the rest of the album, in my opinion. I just feel like it's okay. Then the title track, or not the title track, sorry, Field of Vision. I'm thinking Field of Vision because, you know, it was the festival, Field of Vision. It was an excellent festival, by the way. But then I got deathly ill, and so I couldn't make the video when I came home, and I just didn't want to after that. It's a great song. It rips. It's awesome. I love the guitar tone. Peak. It's peak. The next song is Hog Calling Contest. This is a fun song. It's awesome. It's an enjoyable track. That's about it. Then you have Le Risque. This is a great song, too. I think it's better. It's better than Hog Calling Contest. Catchy song. So fun to listen to. It's great. Bright. Happy. Fun. Then you have Sad Pilot. This has got another catchy riff. It's just a fun song to listen to. Probably like top 3 on the album, honestly. It's actually just really, really fun. Then you have Rats in the Sky. And this is actually probably the song on the album that I enjoy the least. I'm not calling it bad. The rest of the songs on the album are just so much fun. You know, it's at the bottom of that, but it's still a fun song. Then you have Daily Blues, and this song is also great. This is another like top of the album kind of song. It goes right into this like punchy guitar intro, and it's just so much fun. It's a good song. That's it. That was the last song. This is a solid Ghost album. You know, it's probably like one of the more easy ones to listen to for people like that don't venture out into like a lot of weird music like King Gizzard would make. So like if you're not really into that, actually you might probably enjoy this album. It's got a great sound. It's, I would say, considerably more palatable than anything that I've reviewed so far by them. But it's nothing like, you know, again, super crazy and mind-blowing. So, but it's a good album. I think probably like a high 7. It's maybe a recency bias, but that was a year ago. So I don't think recency bias counts anymore. Good fun album. That's Flight V741. And then the final album we have to review here is Phantom Island. So something I want to kind of say about Phantom Island and Flight V741 is I think they all kind of, were recorded in the same like sessions. So they feel like they go together. But Phantom Island is a bit different, where Phantom Island involves like an orchestra. And I don't really recall that happening in V741. But Phantom Island is another album that I think that if you don't really like the music that King Gizzard would make, that you might like this one actually. So let's see. Our first song this is another 7-song album, I think. So we got first song, Phantom Island, and it's just got like it just opens with a little bit like orchestra. These horns sound excellent. It's a very bright and fun song. I love this song. It's actually so good. Then you have Dead Stick, which was, I think, the first single, and this was awesome. I loved the song when it came out. I think a lot of people that I knew at least like didn't think it was excellent or anything like that, but I loved it. It was just so much fun to listen to. Again, like the orchestra and the horns, they just sound so great here. I think they're one of the better parts of this album, honestly. The third song is Lonely Cosmos. So this one, instead of the horns being more present, we get kind of more of the strings. And that's really nice. We get like a bit more like an acoustic guitar track with like softer vocals. But then as the song goes on, I think it starts to like pick up a little bit. And that's pretty solid. It's great. Fourth song, Eternal Return, it's decent. Lonely Cosmos kind of slides like right into this song. I like almost barely even noticed like the transition, except for the fact that because I'm listening to it on Bandcamp, there's a bit of like a break, and that is the only reason I caught it, honestly. It's not as good, I think, as Lonely Cosmos, but it's still a solid track. Then you have Pan Psych, and this one picks back up again. It's more upbeat and fun, but it doesn't do like a whole lot. I just don't think it's very remarkable. Probably one of the more forgettable tracks on the album. Next song, Space Sick, kind of the same thing, honestly. It's just kind of there. You know, fits the tone of the album, doesn't like stick out or anything like in a bad way. I just don't think it has the same quality as the rest of the songs. Then you have Aerodynamic. I think this one was also single, maybe, but this one was also fantastic. I love this one also. You know, the flute and the guitar here, they just work together so well. Chorus is really satisfying to me. This is a good song. Then you have Sea of Doubt. The guitars in the intro are cool, I guess. Another one of the weaker songs on the album, I think. Then you have Silent Spirit, and this one I might call like the weirdest one on the album, if I can even really say that. This is another album where like it's not a lot of nonsense happening. The sound is pretty consistent, so I think it's just like some small deviation. But it's okay. Could be better, could be worse. It's fine. And then the final song, Grow Wings and Fly. And this opens up with like the reference to Shanghai from Butterfly 3000. That's just a great song, Shanghai at least. You know, it really goes well with this. You know, the build up with the piano and the strings and the bass. The softer instruments shine here on this song better than I think they do in any other song on the album. It's a great closer. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's good. So overall, Phantom Island, I think, is also really solid. Not quite as good as Flight B741, but also, you know, again, a really easy to listen to album. Nothing too adventurous, but also nothing too boring, you know? If you're not too crazy into the other King Gizzard music, give this one a go. All right, let's go ahead and rank them. All right, and here we are. Literally, this tier list didn't even have Phantom Ireland. I had to just download it and add the image to it. So let's go ahead and rank our albums. So Petro Dragonic Apocalypse has to go in S tier. We have to do some reorganizing here. That looks good. I think this is my final S tier. Petro, Infest the Rat's Nest, Nonagon Infinity, and Mind Fuzz. All four of these albums are excellent, nearly without flaw. That's what I have to say there. Next is TS Chord. Where to put TS Chord? Purely in terms of the painful experience that it was, it has to go right here, I think. I remember I almost nearly despised Changes. This seems like a good place for it, because there are songs that I do really enjoy, and I think the concept is actually good, but they decided to just make it way, way, way too long. This feels good. This feels good. Then we have Flight B741. This is a solid B tier album, I believe. Phantom Island, I think we will put also in B tier. A little worse than Flight B741, I think, just in terms of my enjoyment. Here, I think is a good space for it. Here, I think is a good space for it. Let's consider any re-evaluations here. I think maybe I will move Quarters up one. I will move Polygon Wonderland up to A. What was I thinking? Laminated Denim will come down, I think, to B tier, because, I mean, it's two songs. One song is excellent, and then the other one exists. This is the final comprehensive King Gizzard tier list by yours truly. If you agree, that's awesome. If you disagree, fuck off. Thanks for watching. Bye.